just did the rinse off. She's looking pretty good still. So you got to make sure you pressure wash to get out any debris or sand, particulate, dirt, whatever. And then we're going to start the full steps for washing. So that's step one. So next we're going to start with our Jax Wax bug zapper, and usually you spray that on your front end. You do have to make sure that the car has been rinsed off and still wet. So like I said, just spray the full front end with it, and you can even spray the little bee. Hopefully it doesn't disappear when we're done. This is actually pretty clean, but sometimes I do have like dead bugs and stuff, so I'm just going to spray it on there anyways because there's usually stuck inside the grills and that. So we're going to leave it on for about a minute and then use a little wash mitt to wipe it down, and then we're going to rinse it off and all the bugs will be gone. So the next step is to use the Jax Wax wash and wax. It says to use like 2 to 4 ounces. So I like to use really warm water, and I'm using the Jax Wax mitt. So I'm going to do it by hand. I'm not going to use foam cannon because I'm not sure if you can use this one with foam cannon or not. So I'm just going to do it by hand. The car is pretty clean anyway, so I'm just going to use that and put some elbow grease into it, and we'll see how she looks. Okay, so we gave it a rinse. I hand washed it. It's looking pretty good. I'm losing some daylight here, so I'm going to try to hurry up. My least favorite part of washing the car is doing the wheels. I've got these aftermarket wheels with lots of crevices, and yeah, they're pretty tough to clean. So next we're going to use the Super Citrus by Jax Wax, and we're going to keep our bucket. We've got some water left in it, and we're going to use a soft brush for the wheels. So we're going to go ahead and spray the wheels with this stuff, and we're going to let it sit for a bit, and then we're going to give it a light scrub and then rinse it off. So here it goes. Okay, so I hand scrubbed and rinsed the wheels. It's pretty hard to see, but they actually turned out pretty good, and I didn't have to put too much scrubbing into it, but they're not too bad. One nice thing about the bucket, on the bottom there is like a strainer tray, so if you do drop your mitt in or whatever tools you're using to scrub, you don't get any of that dirt or grit on your in your mitts, which is kind of nice because it all just kind of sinks to the bottom. So I'm losing daylight, like I said, but she's looking pretty good. Okay, the last step, which I like to use the body shine while it's still wet, because I get wicked watermarks, or water spots, I guess. So I just wiped down the car while it was wet. I sprayed the body shine on first. I've got this really nice soft microfiber that I was using, or chamois. So I just sprayed it on while it was wet, wiped it, and it's looking pretty shiny. It's getting pretty dark, so I'm not going to be able to do the wheel or the tires, but I just wanted to show you one of the last steps for today. So the hood, my hood is real carbon fiber, so it's got like an epoxy on top of it, and it's really hard to keep clean. So you can actually see the shine pretty good in this light. So I just used the body shine over top, wiped it down, and I'll use the Carnauba spray wax next. And everything that I use today comes in the kit, the bucket kit from Jax Wax. And I also use the body shine on the wrap on the roof, side mirrors, and the spoiler. Okay, so I pulled the car into the garage just so we could have a little bit better lighting to see where we're at. And we're going to do the glass. I just kind of wiped it down because it was all wet with just a regular chamois. Now I'm going to use a little bit of a nicer one, and I'm going to use the Jax Wax streak-free glass cleaner. So hopefully this stuff is pretty good. And I'm just going to do all the glass because I absolutely hate water spots. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll take a look at the paint and see what we can do to make it a bit shinier. Okay, so we did the glass. Glass cleaner actually smells pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Looks like I didn't get it all, but I did because there's just a couple of actually little chips there. So I actually did the inside as well, which is really tricky because if you don't wipe it well when you're driving or it starts getting foggy, you'll see all the parts you missed. So I just did the windshield because it gets pretty foggy and dusty kind of thing on the inside. So now we're actually going to do the interior. Let's get away from my camera to do its thing.
Continuous recording will now start.
Sorry about that. Anyway, so interior, Jax Wax Total Interior we're going to use. Now, I've already used this product before, just like the Body Shine. When I went to SEMA, I think it was last year, I got a sample of it, and I thought it was great. I actually really loved it, so it's just a little tiny bottle, but I've got a full-size one now. I do really love it. It smells really good. But since I just did the windows, I got to be careful not to get any overspray on the windows because that's another thing that really bugs the crap out of me. So we're going to go ahead and do the dash. Wipe down kind of just the plastic door trim pieces, and we will see how it looks. Alright, so I'm going to do that. I don't have anybody to help me record, so I will be back to show you what it looks like. Okay, so we gave it a good wipe. I don't know if you can see, but my dash is like this elephant skin kind of thing, and sometimes you need a lot of product depending on what product you're using. I don't like a shiny finish. I just want it to look matte. The same thing with my tires. I don't like shiny tires. I just like it to look matte. But I was actually reading the bottle, and it says that you can actually use this on leather and pretty much any interior surface of the car. So you can really use it for pretty much everything. So you can use it on the leather, your door handles, everything. So I've kind of just sprayed down the dash and the door handles. I did do this as well, all the little surfaces, just to get the dust off. And it actually does make the car smell pretty good, and it protects it as well. And it is good for cleaning. So if you do have like say in your cup holders, you know, sometimes you get gunk in there, just spray it in there, let it sit for a little bit, let it penetrate a little bit, and then you can wipe it down. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this product. I do really like it. I liked it before I got the whole kit, and yeah, I'm going to continue to keep using it. So I guess we'll go attack the hood next and try to get it to look a little bit better. That's probably the hardest part on the car besides the wheels. So let's go do that next. Okay, next we're going to use the liquid Carnauba wax just on the hood for right now because it's pretty late already and I'm not going to be able to finish the rest of the car. But I want to do the hood because it's always like I said, the hardest part to keep clean and shiny. So I kind of want a good coating on there. Oh, I just put fingerprints on it. Okay, well, I'll wipe that. I want a good coating on there just so that if it does rain, it just slides right off nice and any dirt or debris won't get stuck to it, hopefully, and it stays shiny. So it's not bad right now, but I kind of want it to be like glass, so there's a little bit more to go. So I'm just going to do little sections at a time. Put a little bit on the applicator. It's like really liquidy, so it's not like a paste or anything. So I'm just going to do little part at a time, and then I'm going to buff it off with the new chamois that I've got there. That's a really super soft one, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to do, like I said, little sections at a time. It should dry pretty quick because it's so thin, and then we'll buff it off, and I'll do one section and then show you what it looks like, so we can see the difference. All right. Okay, so I just did this section here. It looks pretty good, but this stuff is a lot liquidier, or a lot more liquid than I thought. I knew it was really thin, but I ended up like pouring it on the car by accident, so I had to do this one fender too. So I would recommend, if you're gonna be pouring it onto the applicator, instead stick a spray nozzle into it and spray it onto the applicator instead of trying to pour it on or dab it like I was. I kind of poured it, and yeah, didn't really work so well. So that's looking pretty good. So this is the hazy part that I haven't done yet, and this is the part that hasn't been done yet. It's hard to tell, but it's a lot glossier on this side, so that's what I'm going for. Anyways, do a little bit more wax on, wax off action, and let you know when it's done. By the way, this is how I get my workouts, by detailing the car, not by actually exercising, because it's enough. Especially when you have like 5 cars. Yeah, you don't need a treadmill. Anyways, okay, that's actually looking really good. So I'm going to finish up the other side, and then we'll see what else we can do here. Okay, so the hood's done. Give you a little close-up. It's looking pretty good. We'll do a final walk around. I haven't used all the products, so there is some imperfections in the hood, so don't look too close, but for the most part it's looking pretty good. So I'll just do a little walk around. So I'm actually pretty happy with that wheel cleaner. I probably didn't do the best job, but it looks pretty good. And even the body, with just the body shine, that's pretty shiny. Okay, so just walk around. Glass is looking pretty good. Let's check out these back tires. Oh, look how fat those are. It's hard to see right now, but they look pretty good from behind. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with the glass cleaner too. Good stuff. And the hood looks pretty good, but we'll see when the first rain comes. We'll see if it still looks good. All right. Well, I'm not gonna, there's a couple more products in the kit, like tire dressing, and I think there's another product that I wasn't able to use today, because I'm pretty tired, so I think I'm gonna call it a day. And I'll do another video once my tripod's in, and then you guys could actually see me washing the car and cleaning it up and everything. And I'll do another video probably on the wheels just to show you that. So thanks for watching.